Questo escavado. Bueno, se ha muerto Twitch.
What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be hell of a time to start looking for work. Lucky for you. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just one per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint.
Vale.
Is Reed hiding?
You picked a fine time to visit. I paid his burial. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go? Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth mineral. Never mind.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. I never knew how right I was. Just answer. Is that right? Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever... Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around. Apologies won't give us our lives back. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness. And as for me, I will tender my resignation. Whereupon I...
Is this your ship? Oh, my stars. Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I have imagined it, but I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, yeah, I never got along with Mr. Thompson, but I suppose that's fair. I had my misgivings about Miss McDevitt and the deserters, but you took pity. All this time, you've been determined to get your regulator back, get your ship up and running. Yes! Captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how... Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering. Our engine room is located behind you, across the car. Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural... Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't... What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can... You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on... Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lost. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be... Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the... None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. Excellent. I'll send her... By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of... I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll... Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to... Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Hey, Cap. Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you can't. I abso-surely can. I'm a passing... But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station... Thanks, Cap. Did you want to...
Vamos con los dos. Está Twitch muy muerto ahora mismo. Estás Twitch muertísimo.
I'm in space.
That's not the point.
Índice armadura. No, índice armadura, pues ya está.
This halfway just knocked out one of my workers. Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Well, according to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be...
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done... Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the... You'll want to take it up with Udam. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen. If I had to take a guess as to why... You take the start... Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon. Is there any... He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for... Not that he would, being a board man and all. Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just... Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can... You sure you didn't just step off? There's no working with the board. They don't share. Not bits, peep. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as... It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or
The board wouldn't do.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you...
it's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Maybe. Two biggest operations. Most of those... all right. Beast.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Could I have a word with...
Bless my heart. A stranger. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of... Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... moral flex... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. Can't say I know for sure.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. The more we got the corps fighting each other. Don't forget to come find old Glad. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet... Want a charming copper...
Yo quiero vender. Doña de Penel.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
BNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
This is
XF411s? And an old Yakita 37?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be...
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the... Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. At ease. Nice to... So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you... We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to...
What? I didn't think you'd...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Right. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh! Couldn't have done it without your...
Now, if there's nothing else... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. Only the board has access to new parts, and None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those Reasonable, huh? According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be... Sorry, I forgot not everyone... The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned, and a haven for Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. Speak your... You're right. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making... Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept... I was promoted only recently.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. Appreciate it. There was... Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really...
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just... We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around... You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that. I hope that was a joke, Cap. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a skin that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family... You've got...
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorists.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by... Has something happened? Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, he was my dearest friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. Ah, that's just like him. Tell me. No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Right. You're going important place. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. That's... well... Oh, I'm sorry. It's personal business. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas... It's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing else...
Law, but it's miserable. Chief Tennyson is supposedly deplorable conduct. My superior...
She's doing everything she can. It's your people's fault.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like... I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please...
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry.
Well, now that... Oh, good law. No, best to be clear.
I'm the certified representative of the board's... I have...
Oh, you've noticed my friend. They're here to keep the in... Someone must stand for reason and order.
I'm not going anywhere. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. Did he now? The mouth? He must be referring to Irion. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the... Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. You look out, though.
Could I have a moment of your time?
CNP pancake mix.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
Series.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Look at this, right, piece? Time to feed the flick.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court.
Incoming. Are you free to talk? Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who... He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. That's a good... We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to... All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. There... Before I meditated, led sermons... Thank you.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Look...
Is it?
You can't... Passing through? The...
Smells kind of like... Hope this is outflow pipes.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. McRed got me all distracted sucking fuel.
Youth these days?
I can't tell if you brought friends or if I'm still seeing things. I'll get back to my post.
Not another step in that...
Broken.
Watch out, Captain!
That was a close one.
There's something weighing on my mind.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting...
Is it?
You came... Passing through? This is dead-end ter... The second floor is my place. Off limits to the likes...
Smells kind of like... Hope this is outflow pipes.
I'm trying to think of a good name.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past... I'll get back to my...
Not another step in that direction, friend. Shh.
Fantastic, we got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures. Captain, I was hoping for a word.
It's so cozy.
McRed gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
It takes crazy to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos. Crazy cosmos.
Not another step in that. Where did that chewy gristle go? Shoot on sight, jesters!
Leia's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
Could I have a word with you, Captain?
Not another step in that direction. Where did that chewy gristle go? Shoot on sight, jesters!
Bullshit.
Wake up. There's no such
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
¿Y algo que puedo utilizar contra este para hacerle más daño?
everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Incoming!
You're dead!
Captain, if I could trouble you for a... I...
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of... There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's... more than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got it.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about.
I'm genuinely heartened.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the mass killer, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did.
No sé por qué lo veo muy bajo. Todo 70. Ahora.
I've got this thing about giant insects. up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused. They're not too picky about who they kill next.
Jason, even it.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders much. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew. So Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Yes, just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. Oh, okay. Hey, that's good advice. Besides, not like there's a line of folks standing around hoping to get on your ship. I'm persistent, I'm eager, and I'm showing initiative. Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean... it's mock apple pie and a tripicale crust? Maybe with a little cream on top? Clap. Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an auto... You can count on me in a scrap, boss. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Exactly. I was only doing what any Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's, well, former dock worker. Wow. Thanks, boss.
Really? We're picking up
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure...
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
So I was watching this serial the other night, yeah?
Hey, Captain. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. She sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it, because poems are all symbolic. Oh, law. That's what... It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one... I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the end. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to... I guess I just needed to talk. I actually had another message from Junlei. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking. They were... close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but... Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the ground? Come on, Cap. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on...
Destination reached. Scylla.
Horde had an asteroid mining operation out here.
Looks like they started terraforming the place, but gave up halfway. Inside voices.
Hey, outlaw. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying...
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate. Dilated pupils. Increased...
I'm not terrified, you... Though, wait, who's asking? I swear, land on Groundbreaker, even a... You tell her these Automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my... Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and Well, I've got some repairs to do. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late. Then you might consider defaulting and skipping...
Why was I built to feel ennui? Welcome back, Captain. How... Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death. Everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's received... What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. Certainly, what would you like to... Now playing a Spacer's Choice.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. Why was the chemist sad? As you wish. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
No guards, huh? I like this place already. Something chewed clear through that armor.
Vale, ahora. Vale, ahora. Pulsella estática. Vale, ahora. Pulsella estática. Vale, ahora. 1, 2, 3. Pulsella. También estoy volcando un ruido sobre otro. También estoy volcando un ruido sobre otro. También estoy volcando, vale, bajo, un ruido sobre otro. También estoy volcando, vale, bajo, vale, perdón, ya paro, ya paro. Instrumentos de decibelio, bajo el sonido del juego. Y ya está. Y a ver si sigue bien. sigo bien.
Please, clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Hey, is that gunfire?
Guardo todavía lo que llevo. No recuerdo.
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps. Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed... Scientist, name of Anton Crane. What do you think? I'm the landing pad guard. I was standing... in... Distress call? From here? Shit. Got me. Oh, before I forget, Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better...
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then... Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Oh, no, they got the carbon in. What does it look like? I'm preparing... No, well, I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. Say, you wouldn't happen... Blast. Well...
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized we've been cooped up in here, I don't know. Dr. Crane might say otherwise. Me? When those guys started, I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have...
Extracting how? No, wait.
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all... It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the result.
So those charisma-enhancing benefits he was talking... Was that supposed to be the living quarters? Seemed about as livable as a... Coffin.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on. Yes. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked.
Standard operating procedure for suits, boss. They're all...
I'm not sure it's right to fault a man.
An attack. One that I'd... My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office...
Captain's got your best interests at heart, mister.
I suppose it can't hurt if I don't get that research. We were tasked with formulating a... One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good... While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective... Not just any diet tooth. Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us. Shot up our labs. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well... Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab. The research is in the safe in my office. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand... My protege. I sent him to retrieve some... That would surely lighten the weight on my conscience. Too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name. I'll thank you. If my colleagues refuse to take their lives seriously, why should I? All they do is complain.
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Jameson. He's got to be all alone and scared.
Warning. Passing obstruction.
Here they come! Nice one!
Still! Got it!
Got it. Oh.
Nice to get a little fresh air in your lungs.
What was that?
That's gotta hurt. We're pretty good at this.
That's the last of him! Hey, boss. I think we can get in through that vent shaft. Ugh. Getting acquainted with all sorts of colorful new smells today. Here they come!
You're mine!
Got him, boss! Look at that. Those idiots got themselves a mama raptidon.
Hey! You! Over here! Oh, good. You're not It's been a bit of a day, so I'll get to the point. Yes, I have Crane's research. No, I'm not giving it. I suppose it does not matter. Let's make a deal. I'd like to go on living. You'd probably... The first thing I need is a key card to unlock my door. There are 2 ways out. The quickest is through the front door, but Cleo security's bottled up in there. The other way out is through the loading bay. But you'd have to clear out the rafts for me. You might be the first stroke of luck I've had all... Nothing beyond the purview of... You really expect me to just let them pass? Why? Never mind. I'm obviously in no position to argue with you. If you can talk... A raptidon is an apex predator. Oh, for goodness sake. I do remember one of those feckless scientists. How should I... The Raps took us by surprise, as they would anyone. You'll need a keycard.
We gonna bust it down or Jimmy the lock?
You're fast. You reckon it's normal in a lab like this to just leave weapons all over? Or is it just whoever works here?
I would ask...
Never imagined I'd say this, boss, but even a raptidon deserves better. Heads up, boss!
Finally! I've never been so... Please tell me you've... Sell it, of course. I don't have any use for the scribblings of idiotic science, assuming I make it out of this place alive. And with my ship out of commission... From the day we are born, we are made to obey. Corporations expect us to work until... No one asks why anymore. I am doing this because I can.
Oh, sweeping.
Score one for Felix.
Unexpected.
I'm ready. You gotta get past that armor.
Searching.
We made.
You damn turncoat. You must think me a fool. I was watching on the security. I reckon we got nothing to say to each other. I ain't seeing... You convinced her to let us leave in peace. Listing the ills we've been... Think it's that easy, huh? You fly in... You ever had a good thing? A place that felt like you... I reckon I don't see any better solution. Here, my key card. Full stakes, people. We're heading back to town.
I would ask what would... And now, if you do not... Oh, really? Your point is well taken. I would rather not spend... Here, take the damned research.
Easy.
It's all in the wrist. Wow, how'd you do that?
picked the wrong damn day.